Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. This is an alternative to winter sowing. Right in here, leeks or onions, and also starting your cool weather crops. I have lettuce, cilantro, parsley, and actually carrots in there for an experiment. Starting them indoors without grow lights. Now it's February 16th. These have actually been growing in here for 12 weeks. That's too long, but I was doing an experiment. I'm going to start this over so that I can time it right for them to go out into my garden when the soil temperature is correct. But you can just start your seeds in any flat or cellar container, put them in some sort of tray. The tray should have holes in it because this sits outside during the day when the temperatures are above freezing, and I bring it in at night. And an alternative to, growing your cool weather crops, instead of having grow lights and setting up a big station and spending a lot of money, put in the seeds, keep this in the house until you see the germination start. Once the germination starts, it uses the warmth of the house to get going quickly. Bring it outside during the day when it's not freezing. Bring it inside at night. The warm temperatures at night in the house keep the roots happy. The plants grow quickly, and you'll really easily get all these cool weather crop transplants without having to use grow lights. And timing wise, 6 to 10 weeks in something like this, and then they could go out into your ground. The other benefit is these are outside, so they're acclimated to the weather. So this is really a quick way to get the greens, other cool weather crops out to your garden. Now, you can also start, instead of using milk cartons, and winter sowing is basically when you take a milk carton, cut it in half, fill it with soil, put your cool weather crops in there, and you just sit it outside in the winter, warms up during the day, gets a little cold at night. Slowly the seeds are going to germinate. You can do that with mason jars. These are onions. They're about probably 7 to 12 days old. Fill the mason jars, doesn't matter what size you pick, about 2/3 the way with any potting mix or seed starting mix. Sprinkle in your onions or your leek seeds. Poke some holes in the top so the excess heat will come out. It'll really warm up in there when the sun is out during the day. The onions and leeks you can actually leave out. That's what you do with winter sowing. You're not bringing them inside like these seed starts. This is just an alternative over here to grow lights. These just stay outside. When the temperatures get down to 20 degrees, you just keep them in there. The leek seeds, the onion seeds do really well. You could do this with other cool weather crops that easily transplant. What do I mean by that? You're going to have to dump these out. But onions and leeks are really almost indestructible. So when they get tall enough, you're going to see all the root systems in here. We just flip it over, dump it out, pull them apart, and we drop in the onions or leeks into our garden when we want to. But these are just two alternatives to growing your own seed starts. Again, over here, no grow lights. They come out during the day when it's warm, and at night when the freezing temperatures show up. If it's not going to be freezing, you can keep them out. These just stay out all the time. I get pretty much 8 hours of sun back here, so you want them to be in a sunnier place where they're getting 8 or 10 hours of sun. My sun tracks this way. So they just do their own thing. I don't even pay attention to them, except for if the nights get really cold. Like if we get some weird freeze coming in that's going to be below 20 degrees and these have been growing, I'll bring them inside. But otherwise, I just forget those. I bring them in at night. Hope this gives you some ideas of how to start your own transplants. You'll save a lot of money. This really works, and I've been experimenting with this, on the right for like 12 weeks, and then these I've done before, and this is about, let's just say, 10 weeks of growth. Thanks for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com, and I would try starting some plants this way. Again, it works, and you'll save yourself a lot of money.